Hello Internet, I am here with Brian from Tomb Raider and we're going to talk about the show today. So Brian, tell us, what have you got on the show?
We have a great demo for you guys. It's a Crossroad demo that we've been showing. So there's a little bit of Lara's evolution when she crashes on this island. She's 21 years old, it's her first adventure. She crash lands on this mysterious island. She emerges from this den, this dark, dank den, and she sees this vast graveyard of ships from many ages. She makes her way through the forest. She has to perform her first kill of an animal to survive, and ultimately that leads her to these enemy combatants where she performs her first kill of a human being. Wow.
So it's quite a departure or a reboot, would you call it? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think it's a reimagining of the franchise. This is going to be like a day one for Tomb Raider. The series is going to grow from here. We're going to be informed by our past games, but really this is the birth of Tomb Raider as we know it.
So just talking about that a little bit, one thing that I really picked up when I played the demo there was it felt a little bit kind of like Lost almost in this kind of mysterious island, you know, these other people. You know, what kind of inspiration did you take? I'm guessing maybe that was one of them?
Lost was definitely one. I mean, it's a fantastic show. J.J. Abrams is got a great sensibility, and the interplay of the characters definitely was very important to us. Ultimately, this is a story about Lara Croft and her initial journey to become a hero. Yeah. So the influences that we had were more just like, what can we do to bring the best Tomb Raider story to life and provide an origin story that we think would do justice to her fantastic lineage.
So speaking about Lara, she looks a lot different than I remember her from when I was growing up. Do you want to just talk us through the creative process of that?
So that was an iterative process. We had a lot of different people that I was collaborating with. We had one of my good friends, Brennick. He was a principal concept artist, and he and I worked together on the vision of it. And Cam Yu, who's been a long time Tomb Raider and Lara Croft modeler, constructed the model. And it was just it took a little bit of time, but once we got there, we knew we wanted to make a more realistic and grounded Lara. She's younger, she's 21, she's more realistically proportioned, and her outfit is much more of just normal clothes. You've got cargo pants, boots, and dual tanks. So that was one of our goals. Like, what can we do to humanize her as much as possible, make her as relatable as we could, but also still give her a classic Lara Croft silhouette.
Well, that definitely comes across.
Cool.
So talking about the game itself, I noticed from the gameplay you've really switched up the style this time. One of the big changes I've noticed is this base camp kind of inventory system. Talk to us a little bit about that, please.
Base camp's really important to us. It's sort of a place that she can manifest some of the growth that she has as a character. So she's going to gain these survival experience points just by the true nature of doing things throughout the game. Those can be used to help upgrade the character. For instance, one of my favorites is you can collect the arrows that you shot in the wilderness. So if you shot a deer, you can reharvest those arrows. There's going to be a myriad of skills that you can buy with the survival skill system. In addition, in the campsites, there is a salvage upgrade system where all of your weapons and tools can be upgraded. Right. In this demo, we showcase she gets this really rickety axe, and she's able to upgrade this axe to reinforce it, and that gets her through one of the gates. So we have this RPG light element that's new to the franchise and really separates us from a lot of the competition.
That was going to be my next question, because of course the marketplace today is very different than the one Tomb Raider knew. There's certain games beginning with the letter U who will remain nameless, who maybe share the space with you. What are you going to do to differentiate yourselves from those competitors?
Well, we feel that the modern gamer is looking for a deeper character. So if one thing we did take cues from is like, hey, let's make a character that really has layers and depth, someone that we can get to know has a strong, identifiable personality. But beyond that, what we provided is a game with a lot more openness and exploration. So if you're a classic Tomb Raider fan, you'd love those moments when you can get into a new space, you discover a new location, and you can explore it. Yeah. That is going to be one of the key things that we're maintaining from the Tomb Raider franchise is that those exploration spaces. In fact, we've expanded on them. We're making by far some of the largest spaces ever seen in a Tomb Raider game. Yeah. We call them our hubs, and they're going to be retraversed multiple times. So you're going to get into this hub. You're going to be overwhelmed by it. You won't be able to traverse the whole thing. You're going to come back through it. It's going to be a different time of day, a different feeling of weather, and then you're going to have more skills. You're going to have upgraded tools and weapons, and you'll be able to unlock more of the potential of these hubs. This is a place where you're going to get a lot of story. You can collect journals. You can get special side missions. So it's really providing a little bit more player choice off of the linear story path.
was going to say I noticed that, and speaking about that, I mean, I was just before we came down for our chat, I actually had to stop playing the game. I was too excited. I got to this one part where the guys are looking for you, and this is too exciting. I can't take the tension. But obviously, Tomb Raider and games in that space are known for its puzzles as well, and it's making you think. How are you going to keep that balance? Is it of excitement, action, and puzzles? Are you leaning one way or the other?
So we're trying to weave our puzzles more organically into the experience and story. We call them, it's part of our smart, resourceful Lara pillar, right, which is allowing Lara to perform physics-based puzzles that are more intuitive. So in the beginning of the game, we really demonstrate a relationship between fire, cloth, and water, and how you have to use water as sort of the enemy of our fire, and we have to find a way to get around the water. There's also going to be counterweight puzzles, and weather is going to play a huge component, not only to the look of the game, but things like wind as a mechanic is something we're going to be exploring in our puzzle gameplay. We also sort of put them in context of what we call survival escapes, and there's these big high action moments that when you're solving these puzzles, yeah, have a really big payoff. So it's puzzles, but not the way you're traditionally used to seeing them in a Tomb Raider game.
Okay. And finally, what are you most looking forward to about the game?
I'm looking forward to people getting their hands on it and playing it. I mean, for us, we've been on this title for quite some time. I've been at the company for 3 years, and it's been a labor of love. The team has worked very, very hard. We love this game. We love this franchise, and we're just looking forward to people getting their hands on it and giving us their feedback.
I'm looking forward to getting my hands on it.
All right.
Brian, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.